Music is a language. It's a form of communication. And that was one of the greatest realization for me that really allowed me to propel my music forward was really understanding that music is a form of communication. It is very similar to the written language. And the quicker you can make that connection, you're going to find that a lot of things starts to fall in place naturally because we've been speaking all our lives. We understand the spoken language and the written language very clearly. We can read between the lines. We can draw inferences. We can come to conclusions. We understand the spoken language. Music is similarly. So once you start to think about music through that lens, you realize that a lot of the things that seems complex, you can start to quickly wrap your head around. For example, when we talk about rhythms in music, it's similar to how we utilize like adverbs and adjectives in the spoken language. We use those things to further explain what we're trying to say, to create sort of a more imagery visualization. So in music, when we utilize rhythms, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to add more depth, contrast, and context to what we're playing. When we use passing chords, it's like creating mini plots within a greater plot, right? We're using these little sceneries, this little plot that helps to drive the overall plot of a story. And that's how we use passing chords to help to drive the music towards a certain conclusion, to add more depth, to add more color. When we talk about a plot in the spoken language or in a story, we're talking about sort of the overall premise of the story. What is this story about? What is this argument about? What is this discussion about? Where is it all leading to? We call those the plot, right? In music, we have that as well. We're trying to create an overall emotional scenery. We're trying to create sort of a conclusion. We're trying to get the listener to feel a certain way, to evoke a certain feeling, to tell a story using sound. And so when you're playing, you need to have an imagery in your mind. What is it you're trying to say? What's the ultimate goal? And that's how I think about music. That's how I've been thinking about music for a very long time, is what story am I trying to tell when I'm playing? And based on that image that I create on the inside of my mind, that will dictate the type of rhythms I use, how I utilize my different registers, when I want to be soft, when I want to be loud. It's all based on how we would treat a story or how we would treat a written language, right? When you're saying something that you don't want to offend someone, you pick and choose your words carefully so you can convey your thoughts without it coming across offensively. Now, same thing in music. Based on the genre I'm playing or the style, I'll pick and choose my chords, my voicing, my rhythm, and my register carefully so that it evoke a certain style. So it fits within a certain context of the music I'm playing. It's such a powerful way of thinking about music. Treat it as if you're telling a story. Treat it like the written language, and you're going to realize a lot of things just starts to naturally fall in place.